Hey, it's Brendan Payne, and so I wanted to share a little bit about why we prospect 3 hours a day for your property. So you probably already know we spend a lot of time. I've got a telemarketing team. I've also got a couple of listing specialists and dedicated buyers agents on my team. And a lot of our times, in fact, our morning ritual, what we call our morning ritual, is spent prospecting for buyers and sellers. So we're looking for buyers to put with the listings that we have, and we're looking for sellers that have maybe some properties that are off market that we can put with our buyers who haven't found everything that they're looking for online. So why is that important, and why does that make a difference? When you talk about what it takes to actually sell property for the most amount of money in a market that's pretty active right now, there is still a difference between getting top dollar and just getting it sold. Frankly, anybody in this market, when it's as active as it is, anybody can get an offer. But our goal is to try to get an offer from the best match for your property, which means identifying the areas that have maybe similar properties to yours and then getting the word out for someone who might be looking for one to match them up. Because we know if we can put the perfect buyer with the property that we're representing, then obviously we give them a better chance, give the seller a better chance to get more money for the property. So we, from 8 to 11 is our morning ritual, where we spend time going through either new buyer leads that have come in on properties that we're working on, old buyer leads who maybe 6, 12 months ago weren't really doing anything, they weren't really that motivated, and now they're getting closer to making a decision, and really going through and just canvassing the neighborhoods or the communities where we've listed our properties in, because we know that typically the best audience, the best potential buyers, come from that community who already knows what the property offers. So, and I'll give you exactly kind of what the conversation is. We will call through the community, say, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, hey, it's Brendan with Century 21. Listen, I was giving you a call. I just listed a great home over on Chestnut Street, and it's got 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's got a great backyard. Do you know that home? Okay, you haven't seen that one. Great. Who do you know right now that might be looking at moving into your neighborhood that I could get that home in front of? Now, when we do that, of course, a lot of them at that point may not know anybody right off the bat, and that's okay. Because the goal we have is to get the exposure out there now and in the future. Meaning, once we hang up from that person, now we've made contact, we typically will get an email from them and then be able to start staying in communication with them about things that are happening in their neighborhood. Now, we've been in this market, one of the top teams in the market, and I've been one of the top agents in the market for the last 11 years. So over a period of time, when you do that day in and day out, you have a massive database within most of the communities that we serve. So now when we take a new listing, we can market directly to the buyers that we know are looking for properties just like yours. So on another note with that, if you have any type of community roster list, an HOA list, anything that has the community information, owners, emails, phone numbers, stuff like that, I'm going to go through and use what we already have from past conversations, try to look things up through the tax records and get good phone numbers and stuff. If you have anything like that, my commitment is if you'll get me that, I will put it on the list as an immediate go-to for my telemarketing team and my listing specialist and buyer specialist to be calling through to make them aware that your property is available in order to get you the most exposure with the goal of getting you the best price for your property. Thanks a lot.